Hello everybody, welcome back to part 2 of our doubleheader tonight. We have the Allthedirt Super Late Model Series live from Kern County. First time for us at this brand new track. Just came out by iRacing, so everybody's going to be at a disadvantage coming into tonight. Track temperature is 129 degrees, that thing is blistering hot. These guys will have to pit for fuel once. I would imagine that they would take probably a 4-tire stop. The track looks beautiful. I like the way it looks. We should have some great racing. And maybe some interesting carnage. Got just a little over a minute and a half of these guys before we start setting down qualifying times. Looks like we got 12 cars so far in the server tonight. Hey Dean, how's it going, buddy? I'm excited for our first time at Kern County. So Kern County is interesting. There's like 5 different track layouts that you get when you buy Kern County. There's 2 or 3 asphalt tracks, 2 different dirt tracks. So we'll be seeing those in the dirt series on Thursday nights as well. I'll bet you do. It sucks you're unable to defend your championship. Larson Parker, followed by Ben Morrow. Brad Stefan in that number 89 machine has been impressive the first couple weeks here. Brad's kind of settled down and able to come back and have good long runs. That's right, we got Twisted Metal. We're going to be starting up on Wednesdays. Look for more information on that to be coming out pretty soon. We're going to run 4 different cars, multiple styles of tracks. We're going to have a good time. Street stocks, tour modifieds, late model stocks, and what was the 4th one, Dean? Was it trucks? Yes, the trucks on the super speedways. That's going to be a good time. Very wide pit road area, just due to having that other little track on the inside for the Legends. Track is just a little over a half a mile. We got Frank Hughes Jr. going to be setting down one of our first laps in qualifying. Very wide track. 18:23 for Frank's first lap. Dwayne Kernahan with a 19:36, and Ben Morrow with a very slow lap compared to when he was running in practice, a 19:96. I'm guessing he ran into a little bit of a problem. Hopefully he can rebound for lap number 2. There we go, 18:10 for Ben Morrow. Larson Parker now on the track. Larson was our first ever Super Late Model Series champion. First lap for Larson. 1806. Larson says, that's good enough. I'll park it right here. Travis Lepanis in that 16 machine. Jenna Law says, go number 4, cheering on Matt Cochran. Travis sets down a 1831, currently good enough for 5th place. Bates, Michael Steele, Sean Harrell, and Josh Fox not taking any time so far. This track is huge. All right, so this series is brought to you by us, All the Dirt. We're happy to be partnered up with Dean Coley and the EFRL to make this race happen for y'all. Super Late Models is probably one of my favorite cars. They're a blast to drive, tons of power, and the amount of fun you have driving these cars is just amazing. If you are looking for a place to race, check out the EFRL. We got racing soon to be 4 nights a week. Monday nights we do have the Transcendent Designs Xfinity Series. We just wrapped up our regular season, just starting our playoffs. On Tuesday nights we got a doubleheader for you. We got the Falcongraphics late model stocks and then the All the Dirt super late models. On Wednesday nights we got a Twisted Metal series coming at you. We're going to have some fun with that one. We're going to run 4 different cars, 5 different championships overall. It's going to be a blast. Check that out. On Thursday nights, the dirt cars are going to be back in action. Changed up a little bit. We will see the return of the B mods. Everybody had a good time with those. And then we're replacing the Pro Late models with the 360 winged sprints. It'll be the first time in the EFRL that we've run the winged sprints. So that'll be a fun time. I can't wait to see how the boys handle that transition. Alright, looks like qualifying is wrapped up. We're getting ready to grid. Alright, front row, Larson Parker and Ben Morrow. Row number 2, we got Frank Hughes Jr. and Devin Smith. Row number 5, Travis Lepanis and Bradley Stefane. Row number 4, we got Matt Cochran on the outside. We got Dwayne Kernahan. Row number 5, Josh Fox and Michael Steele. Row number 6, we got Sean Harwell and Zach Bates. Last week, these boys went flag to flag. We'll see if they're able to do it tonight on a track we have yet to race on. Track temp has dropped a little bit. We're down to 113. So that should help save some on the tires, but you do have to be careful not to overdrive them. Looks like we're just waiting on the 95 machine of Devin Smith to grid. There he is, that number 95 Ollie's Bargain Outlet machine. That's one of the cars painted by FALCONGRAFIX. I do believe that's one of the only cars in this field painted by FALCONGRAFIX. But if you are looking for a car, check out FALCONGRAFIX. You get $5 off your first wrap if you mention this broadcast. I know, right, Dean? Who is Matt Cochran? Was that a beer in your hand I saw in the stands, Dean? Larson Parker, Ben Morrow gonna lead us off to green. It's like Larson Parker entering fuel save mode already. Coming out of turn number 4. Good start side by side, first 2 rows as we head down into turn number 1. Morrow battling back on that high side, get a good runner off. He's still side by side with the 18. 18 has him by fender as we cross the line. Ben's not giving up quite so easily. Still battling side by side. Frank Hughes in the middle. Oh, Ben Morrow is going to come around, collects the 61. Ben Morrow running that high side, got loose. See who else was collected in that one. Ben Morrow was running very strong on that high side. Put a little too much wheel or a little too much throttle into it. Unfortunately for Frank, he had nowhere to go and no time to react. Frank's going to hit that inside wall real hard. Stefane's going to get into the back. No! Nice driving by Brad Stefane, missing it. Oh, so close by Michael Steele. Evan Smith might have got just a little bit. Oh, Bates gets in hard into the back end of that one. And the 4-car of Matt Cochran, unfortunately, nowhere to go. Looked like he might have got into the back of the 19 machine. I don't see a whole lot of damage on his car. 1961 and Ben Morrow definitely got the worst end of the deal. Actually, Cochran might have been able to get it slowed down enough. I actually don't see any damage done to the front of his car. Brad Stefane has taken over the lead. Larson Parker pit on lap 4. Guessing he thinks he's going to be able to go the distance on fuel. We do have 125 laps, 1 set of tires. I can't imagine he would change his tires that early. Only a 13-second stop, I'm guessing not. Larson Parker's going to restart 5th after pitting. Brad Stefane and Travis Lepenis going to lead us to the green. Pace car's off. Green flag is in the air. Good jump by the 89 machine. Devin Smith going to follow him through on the bottom. See if Travis Lapena is going to be able to hold him off. Battle back on that high side. Oh, Dwayne Kernahan's going to come around coming out of turn number 2. Caution is out for the second time tonight. Let's go back. I did see a report that Michael Steele had crashed, but a caution didn't come out. We'll see what happened with Mr. Steele. Oh, backs it up into the wall. Got loose coming out of the corner. Got tagged by Dwayne. We know it wasn't intentional. They're teammates. Dwayne just didn't really have much time to react. Doesn't look like a whole lot of damage done to Michael Steele's car. We'll jump to the crash that brought out the caution. 36 of Kernahan down low. Oh, it was Ben Marl spinning again, along with the 36. Devin Bates hard onto the outside wall. Rough night for some of our series regulars. Larson Parker's going to take the lead back after everybody else has pit. Matt Cochran up to P number 4. Two cautions, only 12 laps into our event so far tonight. New track, fast cars. Guys got to settle down just a little bit, focus on their marks, and be patient. Lights are off on the pace car. Matt Cochran's going to restart on that high side. He's going to have to be careful not to lose it coming out of the turns. We've seen a couple guys do that already up there. A little dust up in the back. Looked like someone got into the back of Frank Hughes. Lifted him up, but he was able to regain control. Oh, now the caution's out for Frank Hughes. Oh, actually, maybe it was Hughes that got into the back of the 22 car. The 22 is Josh Fox, EFRL champion. I do believe he's won 2 so far. He got into the back of Fox and then just loses it all by himself in the next corner. Rough night for the 61 machine. Hey Jeremy, thanks for tuning in, bud. Hasn't went real smooth. We're on our 3rd caution tonight on lap 16. Travis is up to 4th place though. Michael Steele rebounding from that early spin. He is up to P number 3. How's work going tonight, Jeremy? I have not had a chance to run any laps here yet. I've ran some laps at the KERN dirt track, which I liked with the B mods, but on the asphalt I haven't ran any yet. Alright, hopefully the overlays are still working, because on my screen they have kind of crashed a little bit, but... Shop's gonna be busy tomorrow, that's for sure, Dean. Third caution. We'll be going green next time by. Lights are off on the pace car. Once again, we got Larson Parker and Matt Cochran on that front row. Michael Steele, Travis Lepanus in row number 2. Bad Brad Stefane and Mr. Devin Smith, row number 3. I feel you there. Coming out of turn number 4, Larson Parker, Matt Cochran leading us to the green. Good start by the front row. Side by side as we go through turns 1 and 2. Travis is getting stuck out on that high side. Could cost him a couple positions. Michael Steele battling for third. Oh, looking to make a move on second of Matthew Cochran. Brad Stefane in that black and yellow number 89 machine, following Michael through. Caution back out on the speedway, Frank Hughes Jr. Ooh, let's back that up just a little bit. It looks like the number 6 machine got sideways. See what happened if there was contact made. Oh, looks like the 6 might have pushed up into Frank. He's gonna come around. No other contact. Frank got loose coming out of turn number 2. And he's going to loop it in the next corner. So the caution didn't come out for the contact with the 6 car. Came out for a self-spin all by himself. And Morrow sneaking by. Caution number 4. We're barely 25 laps into this event. Jenna says, go Matt, go. I do believe Matt just pit. Looked like he was struggling a little bit on that last restart, so I'm guessing he went in and maybe topped off on fuel. Got a fresh set of tires, and we'll see what happens now after the restart. Brad Stefane, another one that looked like he pit again. That's going to move Michael Steele in that number 5 machine to the outside front row. AC Custom Graphics, Steel Designs, JTD Motorsports, Jacoby James Racing on the hood. Pace car is in, Larson Parker down low, green flag is in the air. Huge jump by that inside line. Stefane and maybe Smith are going to get by Michael Steele. Michael goes way up high. Ben Marl charging back through the field. Marl looks loose down on the bottom. Michael Steele gets loose. Collects Kernahan. Oh no! Don't need to back that one up. We watched it as it happened. Michael Steele got loose, collected teammate Dwayne Kernahan. Ben Morrow peeking back in the top 5. Heavy damage to the front end of the machine. He's been into the pits 3 times to repair damage on it. Hopefully he's got it to where he's able to be competitive with it. Yeah, Dina, this one's definitely rough. New on the series, and guys haven't had a lot of time to put into it. I think Travis told me before the race that it's all Jeremy's fault, though. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight with the All the Dirt Super Late Model Series live from Kern County Raceway Park. Our first time being at this track, and it is proving to be a tough one for the drivers tonight. We are 5 cautions in, and we're only on lap 31. The cars are loose. They're fast but loose. Michael Steele coming down pit road, maybe get some damage fixed up on that number 5 machine. All right, race fans, give me your over-under. How many cautions do you think we're going to get tonight? All right, pace cars in. We're going to go back to green flag racing. Larson Parker and Brad Stefane going to lead us to the green. Brad Stefane, aggressive move to the bottom of the track, cuts off the 85 or 95 of Devin Smith. Caution is out again. Matt Cochran, Ben Morrow, Dwayne Kernahan. It looks like started with Dwayne Kernahan. Dwayne is on the high side. We'll see what happened. Dwayne gets tagged by the 13 tomorrow. Jeremy. Oh, snap. Dean Qualley throwing some shade. Morrow, Cochran, Steele, Kernahan back in the pits. "37 laps in. What, 88 left to go? Pace car is going to be coming off this time by. Kernahan still in the pits. Looks like he has some heavy damage. Frank Hughes is out. Bates is out. Michael Steele catching back up to the field. Yeah, we definitely don't want it to be a time race. Dean Qualley in the comments said we need some long green flag runs, otherwise we're going to run out of time. So it's 125 laps or the time limit. Side by side, we are back under green as Stefane and Larson Parker battle side by side coming out of turn number 2. Larson Parker on the bottom. Bad Brad Stefane on the high side. Stefane looking to make a crossover move right on the back bumper of Larson Parker. Brad is looking very fast right now. Ooh, Larson Parker gets a little loose coming out of turn number 4. Brad had to check up a little bit to stay off of him. Travis Lapinus up to 3rd place, got around the 95 machine. Larson Parker, Brad Stefane still battling side by side going down the back straightaway. Brad on the bottom, Larson Parker on the high side. Larson Parker's going to have it that time by. Larson Parker super loose. Brad Stefane almost gets into the back of him as the 18 had to try to regain his traction. Crossover move by the 18 machine, back underneath Brad Stefane. 18 tags him. No caution. Brad gathers it back up. He has fallen all the way back to 6th. Larson Parker falls back to 3rd. We have a new race leader, the 16 of Travis Lepanis. Travis, that number 16 Ford Mustang. Our Town Pizzeria on the hood. Followed right now by the 95 of Mr. Devin Smith. I can't believe a caution didn't come out for that. Leaders wrecking in front of the field, but you can't always count on iRacing to throw a caution. Sometimes they'll throw one when they shouldn't. Larson Parker takes over 2nd place. Yellow flag, Matt Cochran involved. Looks like Matt was running all by himself. Super loose. Michael Steele barely missing him. Our leaders are entering pit road. Devin Smith stays out. Josh Fox stays out. Ben Morrow back up into P number 3. He stays out. See if it's just going to be a stop and go or if these guys are going to get tires. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop for Travis. Larson Parker back down and away already. So either he took 2 or didn't take any. Devin Smith last pit on lap 10. Josh Fox on lap 15. Ben Morrow on lap 36. So out of the top 3 cars, Ben Morrow has the newest tires. Michael Steele back up into P number 4. Yeah, long ways to travel from Canada to Kern County. So with the way we are doing points and the championship for the super late models, we have 5 championships on the line, and this is the first race of of the West Coast Championship. So in the West Coast Championship, we got Kern County, Vegas, Bullring, and Phoenix Legacy. So it'll be fun to see how this plays out. So we have a Southern State Championship, which is 5 Flags, Lanier, and USA. And then a North Carolina State Championship, with his North Wilkesboro, Southern National, and Concord. Concord is a blast. A triangle that's a short track. And then we have an overall championship. The last race of the season is at Nashville Fairgrounds, I'm assuming. 200 laps. Alright, new leader Devin Smith. Josh Fox going to be on the outside as we go back to green flag racing, coming out of turn number 4. Ben Morrow back up into 3rd. Michael Steele 4th. Larson Parker, Travis Lepanis. Green flag is in the air. Devin Smith gets a good jump. Josh Fox going to be stuck on that outside. Ben Marl's going to take over second. Larson Parker looking to take over P3. Larson Parker looking underneath the 13 machine as they come out of turn number 2. 13 car's got some heavy front end damage. Travis Lapine is looking to make a move as well. I know Travis has 4 fresh tires on his machine. A little blink by Larson Parker there, that's why the screen went all goofy for a minute. Larson Parker reeling in at Devin Smith and at number 95. Travis Lapine is right there as well. Dwayne Kernahan has crashed, but he jumped to the pits, no caution. Oh, Brad Stefan gets loose coming out of the corner. He's going to keep it back underneath of him. Smith and Lapine is battling side by side for second. Ooh, Travis gets a little loose, a little bobble coming out of turn number 4. Able to secure second place, Ben Morrow and Devin Smith now battling for third. Ben's going to take third place back over. We got Michael Steele in fourth and Harwell in sixth. You can see how loose these cars are still getting on exit. Even leader Larson Parker got loose coming out of turn number 4 that time. Four fresh tires and 1 bad attitude. Matt Cochran has crashed, no caution. Quick jump back, see what happened to Matt. Spins all by himself, locks it down on the apron, so no caution came out. Larson Parker about to put Matt Cochran a lap down. Brad Stefan has fallen a lap down. Brad was contesting for the lead earlier. Travis doing everything he can to reel in that number 18 machine. Devin Smith is in fourth. Michael Steele, one of our bigger movers of the race, he is up 5 positions to 5th. Got some damage, he hasn't come through unscathed. .72 laps in. different lines run by the top two. Josh Fox, who restarted up front, has fallen now back to 7th place. Stefan damaged on pit road. Brad was so fast in the early laps, challenging Larson Parker was all over him. Larson Parker with a 2.5 lead over the 16 machine of Travis Lepanis. And then Travis has a 2-second lead over the 13 machine of Ben Morrow. Ben Morrow's got some heavy damage on that machine. Devin Smith currently in 4th. Michael Steele in that number 5 Ford Mustang. So in 6th, in the number 6 machine, we got Sean Harrell. P number 7, the last car on the lead lap, the 22 machine of Josh Fox. Dwayne Kernhanning making it back onto the track after repairing a lot of damage on that machine. In the pits for almost 6 minutes. He's going to be 23 laps down, unfortunately. Might be able to pick up a spot or two. Every point you get is going to matter with our points battles being so close. And it's such a short season. Larson Parker continues to lead the field. He's been challenged a couple times. Got into a little bit of a dust-up, was able to regain his composure and take the lead back over. .40 laps to go. Matt Cochran going to lose another lap to our race leader. Gap between first and second now is just about 2 seconds. But we were looking for a long green flag run, and we've got it now. There aren't too many cars left on the track, other than maybe Travis and the 95 that don't have any visible damage on them. Michael Steele running in 5th with that number 5 battered up Ford Mustang. Larson Parker continuing to stretch out his lead. 2.5 seconds now over second place of the 16 machine of Travis Lapenas. How about a little crank it up? Laps to go. Larson Parker has a commanding lead, 3 seconds over second place Travis Lapenas. Ben Morrow in 3rd, Devin Smith in 4th, Michael Steele rounding out our top 5. We have went 45 laps now with no cautions. 6 cautions in the first 51 laps. A rough night tonight for the Efrl Super Late Model drivers. Jump on board with that number 18 machine of Larson Parker for a lap. See him sawing on that wheel as he came out of turn number 2. Jump on board with the 16 machine of Travis Lapenas. Travis is running right down next to that white line. Sounds like he's getting on the gas a little bit later than Larson. You just see him battling that wheel. Matt Cochran down pit road one more time. Larson Parker, 3.5 second lead over second place. 2 seconds between Lapenas and Ben Morrow. And then we jump 5 seconds all the way back to Devin Smith in 4th. Michael Steele catching up to Devin. We could have a battle for 4th place. It's going to be 20 laps to go next time by. Michael Steele running low. Devin Smith up on the high side. Ooh, Smith looked like he was loose down the front straightaway. Michael falling back a little bit now. It's going to be go time here pretty quick if Michael wants to try to get that position. I don't think he's got a shot at catching Morrow. Smith and Lepenas, I do believe, are the only 2 cars out here that don't have any visible damage. Laps are ticking down as long as Larson has kept his eye on his fuel gauge to make sure that he had enough when he pit. And he pit on lap 51, same time as Travis Lepenas. He shouldn't have an issue. Ooh, Dwayne Kernahan hard up into the wall. We saw the smoke. Michael Steele has got around the 95 to take over 4th place. Michael's had a nice rebound after getting into some small altercations earlier. One of them was of his own doing, got loose coming out of the corner. Let's see where we're at for times. We have falling off about a half a second from where we were at the beginning of the race. Fastest lap that time was Michael Steele. Nine laps to go for Larson Parker. Larson has led the majority of the laps tonight. That 18 machine is strong. Travis Lepenas in second, Ben Morrow in third, Michael Steele up to 4th, Devin Smith in 5th. In 6th, we got Josh Fox. In 7th, Sean Harrell. Last car on the lead lap. Might not be on the lead lap by the time this is over. Six laps to go. Ben Morrow has caught Travis Lapinus for second. 4 laps to go. Has Travis got what it takes to hold him off in the closing lap? Ben Morrow looking to make a move up high, maybe do a crossover move as they exit into the back straightaway. Ben Morrow with some heavy damage to the front end of that car, still running pretty tough. Gonna be white flag next time by. Morrow looking to make a move on the inside. They touch. White flag is in the air. Larson Parker has this one in the bag. Battle is for second place. Coming out of turn number 4. Morrow gets loose, holds on to third. Travis Lapinus in second. Give our drivers just a minute to pull around and get stopped, and then we'll get ready for some post-race interviews. Whew. That one started off pretty rough. 6 cautions in the first 51 laps. No caution since then. A lot of good race cars got tore up in this one, unfortunately, tonight. I'm not real sure what happened to Brad Stefan. He was super fast earlier. Was challenging Parker for the lead. There we go. That's a good looking picture there. Let's see if we can see what happened to that one. Alright, looks like our drivers are getting ready for interviews. We'll grab Mr. Ben Morrow. Alright, finishing in 3rd place. We got Ben Morrow. How you doing, Ben?
Oh, not too bad. That one ended a whole lot better than it started for me.
Oof, that one was rough at the beginning.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked by that. I know they were in the race chat kind of blaming it on track temperature, which, yes, the track was really, really hot and really slippery, and these are very loose cars. But I don't know that it was the track temperature per se's fault. I think it was that we practiced in cold temperature and then it was hot for the race, so like everybody thought they knew what they were doing, myself included. I really feel bad about that first one. I was not trying to pass Parker on the outside, was just trying to hang on his outside till there was enough gap between him and Frank to get down. And I saw Frank coming and just throttled up too quick because I saw the gap was going to form. And yeah, I guess I was expecting cold track grip.
yeah, you got super loose, unfortunately, and collected Frank. And I don't think anybody else hit you, and luckily enough, but still enough damage was done to your machine.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it drove as good as it did. Holy crap, he got lifted up in the air. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, he got hit hard from the back.
Yeah, I feel bad for him for that one. That was my fault. Yeah, I nosed into the wall pretty hard, and I thought it was done. Went back to pit road, and I had like 40 seconds of optional. I couldn't believe it.
Wow. I saw you ended up pitting like 3 times right away. I just assumed that you had a ton of damage you were trying to replace without going a lap down.
Yeah, exactly. I was just trying to take care of that 40 seconds because I know normally it's just body damage, and I don't really think aerodynamics would make a huge difference here. But the last thing I wanted was to make the car any tighter or looser than it was because, these are loose, but it's not loose the way people think it is. Like, they're loose under throttle because they have a crazy amount of horsepower, but like the overall chassis balance I think is actually a little bit on the tight side, almost similar to the regular late model stocks. Like if you take a corner totally off throttle too hard, they go straight. And from that point of view, it's like if you make the car any looser, it's just undrivable. But if you make the car any tighter, well, then you go into the corner and it won't turn, and then you spin out on the exit. So there's no good scenario for that. So yeah, I was more worried about getting aero tight or aero loose because of the damage than anything.
Gotcha. Well, you definitely rebounded and were able to weave your way back through some of the mayhem and get back up to the front.
Yeah, that one, I should have looked at it before I left the session. That one with, I think when Steel spun coming off a 2, I cannot believe I got through that without hitting anything.
Yeah, that was real close.
And, yeah, anyways, I honestly didn't hate the cars at that track. I think it would have been better if we would have had 130-degree weather to practice in,
Yep, got you there. Well, next week we're off to North Wilkesboro with these cars. Could go either way, but I think it's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't have a ton of experience there. I think the last season in the late model stocks is the only time I've driven the track. Now, I did run a truck series race there once, but...
All right, but anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight before we cut you loose?
Yeah, it's fine. No one putting me here other than you guys, so...
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on the podium finish. We'll see you back next week in North Wilkesboro.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, finishing second tonight, and one of the only cars with no damage on it tonight, the 16 machine, Travis Lepanis.
Yeah, we put the wall and contact force fields up. I think the only guy that touched me was Ben there near the end.
Yeah, and I was just a little bit in the right rear, but yeah, you were definitely one of the few cars that had 0 damage coming out of that race.
That was the game plan. I mean, it's a hairy track. It's a fast track for these cars, and I mean, not to sound like a whiner or Tony Stewart-esque, but I always feel like these supercars are an afterthought with some of their fixed setups.
Yeah, Jeremy said it was a pretty sketchy setup for these cars.
Yeah, well, it was tight, and then death loose coming off. Yeah, so you just had to. I mean, we all have to deal with the same setup, but it definitely doesn't make for great racing.
No, and tonight, one of the most cautions we've ever had.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's the supers fired back up. 5 Flags was pretty clean, which is all we could ask for. Then we went to a new venue at Kern County, which is a pretty big track, awkward track. It was a very hot day, very slick coming off. So it was a bad situation everyone was in. So I don't usually I'd tell guys, hey, that was a horrible race, but it was pretty bad setup, pretty bad racetrack, pretty unique situation. So I think all in all, it turned out to be a good race.
Yeah, and I'm guessing a lot of guys didn't have hardly any practice at this track up until 2 tonight.
No, I know a lot of guys just bought it today. I mean, I was lucky enough that I'm familiar enough with the track and enough of a short track addict that I bought it as soon as it came out and did the week 13 races and stuff there. So I had a little bit of familiarity there and gotten about a dozen wrecks last night in an official trying to learn it. So
Nice. I know I'm pretty excited. I ran a little bit of the Kern County dirt track with the B mods, and that was fun.
Yeah, I've done the UMP mods there. I actually did a 360 sprint race there or a 410 race there. No, it was a World of Outlaw late model race there, and actually did okay. So that dirt track's fun. It's tight, but nice little track.
Yep. All right, bud. Well, congratulations on finishing second tonight. Next week we're off to North Wilkesboro.
All right, looking forward to it. North Wilkesboro is North Wilkesboro. We'll just show up and enjoy it.
Heck yeah. Anybody want to give a shout out to tonight?
Entire JTD team, Larson Parker for being a stud as usual and winning, Ben Morrow for being a stud as usual and running my tires off, JTD, Old Town, and Deluxe RV.
All right, bud. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
See you next week. Ciao.
All right, we got the race winner, the number 18 machine, Larson Parker. Wasn't an easy race for him. Had to come back through the field. Got into a couple dust-ups, but overall not a bad race for you.
No, not at all. I'm pretty happy with it.
Looked like you got real loose. Must have been right around lap 75, and Brad Stefan kind of got into you a little bit, and I think he ended up getting the worst end of the deal and parked it after that.
Oh yeah, that was a bad situation. My tires just, it felt like they had no grip at all, so I was just holding on. And then I went for a crossover move, and he went to block, it looked like, and we just met in the middle.
Yeah, I think it was shortly after that you actually pitted, and you must have got 2 tires after that.
Yeah, I took right sides.
Gotcha. Your season's off to a really good start. You got a win here tonight. This is the first race of the the West Coast Championship. So that'll put you at the top of the points for that. Next week we are at North Wilkesboro for the North Carolina series. So we got 4 series, 5 championships. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Have you ran these cars much at North Wilkesboro?
I used to. I took a long break when the late model stocks came out, and this is the first time I've really touched them since. So it's been a struggle, but I'm back to learning these cars again.
Well, it doesn't look like you've lost a step at all, that's for sure.
No, I feel like I took a couple steps back, but lap by lap I was learning again.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on your win. Who'd you like to give a shout out to tonight?
I'd like to give a shout out to Caden Tufts Designs for giving me this car tonight, and giving me my alternate design as well. And then my family for watching, and you for putting on the broadcast, and everybody else for just having fun out here.
All right, bud. Well, thank you very much. We hope to see you back in the podium next week.
That's the goal.
All right, you have a wonderful night. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight at Allthedirt. Race started off pretty rough, 6 cautions in the first 51 laps. Went caution-free after that. So it should be a good night next week at North Wilkesboro. Hopefully a little cooler track temps, a little better grip, and we're going to have a good time. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we will see you back next week.